Well, now come on in here, sugar. Pull your chair a little closer tonight. This story comes from a place surrounded by water, but no amount of water ever washed away what happened there. Tonight we're traveling to Delaware, one of the oldest settled places in this country. A small state, but one heavy with memory. And some memories don't stay quiet. Out in the Delaware River sits a low, muddy stretch of land called Pea Patch Island. It doesn't look like much at first glance, but sitting on it is a massive stone fortress that has seen war, imprisonment, and more death than most people care to think about. Fort Delaware. The island has belonged to the military since the 1810s, taken from a man named Dr. Henry Gale, who once used it as a private hunting ground. Before America claimed it, the French had already seen its value, building early defenses to protect the Delaware coast. By 1812, Captain Samuel Babcock was reinforcing it, building seawalls and dikes to keep the river from reclaiming the land. But the fort you see today, that came later. Construction of the new fort dragged on for decades. Flooding, structural failures, delays that never seemed to end. The final pentagonal star fort, designed by Captain Delafield, was built between 1848 and 1859 and wasn't officially declared complete until 1868. But by then, it had already served its darkest purpose. During the Civil War, Fort Delaware became a Union prison for Confederate soldiers. Over 32,000 men passed through its gates. They were isolated on that island, surrounded by cold river water and thick stone walls. The dungeons were the worst of all. No beds, no fresh water. Prisoners slept on bare stone floors with rats, lice, and sickness crawling over them. Disease spread quickly. Starvation was common. Many never left that island alive, and some never left it at all. Today, Fort Delaware no longer guards the harbor, but visitors will tell you it's still very much active. Cold spots bloom without warning. Footsteps echo where no one walks. In the dungeon area, people report shadow figures and full-body apparitions standing just out of reach of the lantern light. Disembodied voices drift through the halls. Chains rattle, even though there are none left to move. Some swear they hear coughing. Others hear prayers whispered in the dark. One spirit is spoken of more often than any other. They call her the Lady in White. Legends say she was a nurse, tended the sick and dying soldiers during the Civil War. She's most often seen near the old hospital area, walking slowly, head bowed, as though she's still searching for someone she couldn't save. Those who see her say the air changes, and the faint scent of lavender follows her path. She appears most often at dusk, right when the day gives way to night. Who was she in life, and why does she remain? No records give her name, but sorrow remembers her. Places like Fort Delaware remind us of something important, sugar. History doesn't end just because we stop listening. Stone remembers, water remembers, and sometimes so do the dead. So if you ever find yourself on Pea Patch Island, standing in those dark corridors and you hear something breathing behind you, don't turn too fast. Some spirits don't like being startled. Sleep well tonight, my little night owl, and remember, not every prison ever built had bars you could see. Some still hold their prisoners long after the doors were unlocked. You have a good night now.